Alright, let me show you how to properly mount the Canon for this Generation 2 style Megatron. Now, I've seen a lot of people do modifications where they take this apart, they unscrew this and do a bunch of BS, and they have just the cannon on the back, and they have his fusion cannon on his arm. But that's not the style of the Generation 2 Megatron. I like it all one giant cannon, and you get some versatility. You can move this if you like it this way, if you like it this way. You can angle it, and also I like this action play feature where it's like a scope that he can look through. That's so cool. Like, that gives these a purpose. People are like, "Oh, I don't know why these are here, but they look awesome." And that's his scope for like targeting. So cool. So to do this, you're going to need some weaponizer, modulator parts. You're going to need stuff from Earthrise Airwave, Decepticon Airwave, and you're going to need Siege 6 gun. Now, first of all, like I said, I like this one long cannon, but you're going to need this part from Airwave to extend it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Because if you were to just plug this in as normal, the pegs right here would run into this. So you wouldn't be able to have that rotation. You need actually to extend it with this Airwave piece. And then, oops, went out of focus. And then you can have that rotation. And then to actually mount it on his back, you see, I have this piece from Siege 6 gun. I think this is my favorite configuration. You see, you just plug the gun in there, and it's got a thing on top. And I know it's a little bit back, but it's a little bit far on his back. But about how long this thing is, it needs to plug in a little bit behind. If there was a plug here, it would just be too far forward. So I actually like that it plugs back a little bit more. Another configuration, if you have Ironworks, see, look, there's a piece you can rotate here. I think it's like here initially. You just rotate this up, and then you'll have another thing here. Another port. Stick that on the back. And see, with this hanging on his back, it's not the most elegant thing. I would, like, move it like that. Try to make it more cohesive. And it's on the back. You might not even see it anyway. So, see, you got another port to plug it in. Let's just try a bunch of random stuff, because some people might not have all of these figures. Actually, I like this. This is Decepticon Airwave's arm. I just don't use this for my ideal configuration because it is, like I said, this 6 gun piece is just a lot more cohesive with the figure. You might even want to get the second gun and put them both there. But see, put this here, and you see this is a little bit more to the left. So actually that kind of works for my it's a little bit closer to his head, but that actually works if you like the targeting system thing. Here's a little pistol from Bumblebee or Cliff Jumper. You could use this. That's pretty level. That's pretty good. I like that, but the silver, it has a little bit too much flare. Ironworks, you could use this one little piece, but it's too small for this way, so that wouldn't work. If you don't mind it above, I don't really like it that far above, hooking it on there. I want it flat with this back, but that's another option you can do. If you're not crazy about aesthetics, you can use Cog's foot. Let's see here. How did I do this one? Oh, yeah. See, there's a peg here, hole here. See, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. This might be better here on his other side. But, oh my god. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, you could plug that in. That's a little bit far left. That is for the targeting configuration. And yeah, does not look very cohesive. But from the back, you might not notice it that much. And I almost forgot to mention, this is a key component. this extra bit that goes onto here. At first, I took this off. I guess you could still have this on here if you want. It'll just look a little bit more clunky on here, McClunky. But I like to take this off, and I know people hate parts forming, but this just fell off. This isn't the most secure thing. Some of these connections, you might need a little floor polish, but oh, it's this way. I think that looks actually pretty badass. I kind of want a second Megatron just to do this with his other arm. It just makes him look a little beefier and cool. But yeah, maybe I'll get the Earthrise Megatron and get this piece and like spray paint it, try and match the green, because that does look pretty cool. It covers up the hole, makes him look a little bit armory. If you don't have a lot of options, you got a MicroMaster, plug this in. This would be way inelegant, way far back, but you could still do it, and maybe... Ooh, I guess you don't even need that piece at all. You could just take the top of the tank. But, oof, that's a little bit weird. Some people might like that. I don't. Maybe that looks a little better with it on its side. But, yeah, just mix and match, experiment, because, yeah, anybody who wanted this figure, you really want a G2 Megatron figure. That's why I did not like this Fusion Cannon, because that's Generation 1 Megatron. You got to put this all together. You got to use the Decepticon Airwave piece. And, oh, you know what? One thing I am forgetting. One last configuration that would be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool to customize this, to paint this up a little bit. But look, 6 Guns arms. Put him in there as wings. So now he's kind of winged up like the Super Megatron. A little bit, vibes. If you were to spray paint those purple, that could actually look pretty cool. And, yeah, see, but then again, this is above, the port isn't flush with the top of the back, so that just kind of bothers me. But eventually, I have a couple 6 Guns, and this is a little bit loose in there. You might want to get some floor polish. Some of these are looser than other connections. But, yeah, you know what? See, this white wings on the white background, that would really pop out if those were purple. I might actually do that custom one day. But, yeah, like I said, my ideal configuration is 6 Guns gun. It's very subtle, just dark colors with the dark tank treads, and right there. And you got the big cannon. It looks so cool. And like I said, I kind of like it this way, but it does get in the way of his head. But I would just rotate that for the targeting system. At first, I didn't really like it this way. I don't like how you see the blade there, but it's okay. It's grown on me. I guess, see, you get the versatility, rotate it the other way. That's kind of cool. And then, yeah, the peg, you could just flip that up. And yeah, see, it just looks kind of weird. He has this big sword here. But this is much better, in my opinion, than those configurations where people have modified this. I don't know if they've shaven bits off, but they unscrew stuff, and it's just a mess. This, on the back here, I don't know how they're mounting it, but I don't know. That doesn't look as good to me. I like the big... just this solid block of purple. I guess you get a little black there, but that's not a big deal. Because that's how the original Generation 2 Megatron it was. There was just like this block of purple cannon with the little green bit in the middle. Generation 2 Megatron.